Today I'd like to tie for you a midnight blue stone. The hook I have in a vise is a stainless steel. This is a size 4. I'm going to use this for salmon and steelhead. I'm going to use black thread. I'm going to attach the thread right behind the eye. And we're going to start off with a medium bead chain eye. And then under the eyes and over the hook shank. You see the a piece of the chain came out. I'm just going to take my wire cutters and remove that. There's still a little piece there. Whoop. That would have going to take a little bit of head cement, put a drop right in between the eyes. It will help to set those eyes in place. Now I have, this is 26 gauge blue coated copper wire. We're going to tie that in starting right at the eyes. We're going to take it back to the tail. And you want to tie this in pretty good. And get that right on the side. Put it right on the far side of your hook shank. And bring that down right to where it's going to hang right by the barb there. And we're going to leave that hang out of the way for now. I'm going to take blue hackle and I folded the end pieces back, and we're going to tie those in. And we want them to be about the length of the shank. Just take them and fold them back. And we could give a wrap underneath the tails, help them stand up there a little bit. And we're going to tie this in all the way up to the eyes. And we're going to trim off the excess. I'm going to set up my bobbin cradle here. And we're going to take the wire and we're going to rotate the vise to wrap the body. And you want to keep the wire a little bit towards the rear, and this will drop one wrap nicely right in front of the previous. This wire is going to add a good amount of weight to it, plus the medium eyes. This is going to be a fast sinking fly. You could tie this in smaller sizes for trout. The midnight stone is a good, real good fly for the big brown trout up in New York. And the blue stone will be just as good. And when I reach the eyes, I'm going to take the wire and wind that off. Move that bobbin cradle. Now we're going to tie a little bit. You want to cover over that sharp edge that you just made from the wire. Eyes are tight. I'm going to take 6 pieces of blue crystal flash. I'm just taking 3 and I'm going to fold them over. We're going to tie that in right on top and keep them about the length of the tail. I'm going to take a black soft hackle and we're going to tie that in right at the eyes. Put a couple of crossover wraps. And we're going to wrap in 3 or 4 wraps. Yeah, that looks like about good. And tie this in. I'm going to remove the excess. Now I have a few hackles sticking forward. I'm going to hold everything back. And I'm going to give it a couple more wraps right there, right next to the eyes. And that's going to push the hackles towards the rear. Just make sure you didn't gather too many of them together. And we're going to tie it off in front of the eyes. Get rid of the excess and put just a little bit more head cement on the knot. Just drop a little bit on each side. And here we have the midnight blue stone. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. And most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.